Here's the latest AI news for today. Google released a smaller version of their Gemma 3 model at 270 million parameters, it being a super efficient, small, lightweight model. Here they have their IF eval score versus the model parameter size, and you can see it clearly is outperforming for its size. Here we see Qwen 2.5, their 0.5 billion parameter model, so roughly almost double the size, but not performing as well. And then here it's comparing to the Llama 1 billion parameter and the Gemma 3 1 billion parameter. So obviously not performing as well as those, but kicking well above its weight for its size. Some interesting things. The point of it being that it's a super simple, lightweight model that can be customized. In internal testing, they gave the model 25 different conversations on a Pixel 9 Pro, and it consumed less than 1% battery life, just showing how efficient the model is at giving responses. And it can be fine-tuned. So here's a demo from Google. So showing, and I'm going to mute it for just right now. And this is going to be totally just using this model. So first they're picking a character, a setting, a twist, a theme, and they're going to have it generate the story.
In the emerald heart of
And
the Whispering
it even
Woods lived a feline unlike any other.
I'm not sure if this is part of the model or this is something else that they're
her fur
pulling
shimmering
from.
with untold secrets. Midnight, with her emerald eyes and a twitching nose, was the guardian of the forest's
it writes a
hidden
nice
pathways.
children's story here. So, nice example. The next story is HTC is releasing their own AI glasses to compete with Meta's Ray-Ban and Oakley's, which have been really, specifically the Ray-Bans have been very popular. So HTC is dropping in. They have a trailer. There's nothing much to the trailer, just really kind of showing it off, but it does look super sleek, although I'm sure most people won't be a huge fan of just these like red see-through glasses. The whole point of the Meta Ray-Ban glasses is that they could kind of just be seen as normal glasses that just happen to have AI features built into it, whereas like this is very like obvious. This is something very different just based off the look. So hopefully red will not be their main color. Something more, even the black, but like not transparent, would probably be more people's first choice, but we'll see how that goes. There's some interesting things here, like it's only 49 grams, which is about the same, and they're going to be charging $520, which I'm not exactly sure on the Meta Ray-Ban. Let's look up the price right now. What is it going for? Oh, $330. So they are charging more. So I'm not exactly sure how competitive it actually will be, but it's just interesting to see more people in the space. There was some interesting things, obviously built-in speakers, 12.5 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and an AI assistant which can be selected between OpenAI and Google, which is very interesting. Anyways, some other interesting stories. DeepSeek is actually pushing back the release of their next model, and they're saying specifically they're having issues with the Huawei chips that they are using to try and train the model. So that was interesting to see that that's getting pushed back. Obviously, the Chinese models coming out have been very impressive for what they've been coming out with. So it's just an interesting development. The next story was Google released Imagen 4 and Imagen 4 Pro. I tested this out, and I still don't think it's as good as ChatGPT's implementation of images. So when I would test prompts side by side between Imagen 4 versus ChatGPT, I just always felt the output from ChatGPT was just way better. So this probably won't be anything groundbreaking. Also, at 2 cents per image, it is quite an expensive model to run. So I can't imagine this doing super well. I might do a video doing more of a breakdown and evaluating Imagen 4 versus ChatGPT or versus other image generators like Midjourney. All right, last one. This was a super interesting story. Some MIT researchers have been using AI to generate some new drugs, and they were specifically antibiotics. They found that they were strong enough to kill drug-resistant gonorrhea and MRSA bacteria, where they were able to produce two drugs, one that they're calling NG1 and DN1. So DN1 was specific in eliminating that MRSA skin infection, while NG1 combated that drug-resistant gonorrhea. And specifically that the MIT researchers are super excited, and they believe that this will bring on a second golden age of antibiotic discovery. This is sort of some of the ideas that a lot of people have talking about with AI coming into fruition. So super exciting to see. Well, that wraps up the news for today. If there's anything I missed, feel free to leave it down in the comments.